Welcome to Wednesday Words. This week we're talking about teamwork. When I was in school, one of the things I hated most was group projects, and particularly group projects when the group was assigned rather than chosen. I was a very dedicated student, someone to whom school came easily, and so my experience of group projects was often that I would do all the work and no one else in the group would contribute adequately according to my standards. I remember a particular version of this when I was in middle school, and I was assigned a group that included one of my close friends, also a dedicated student for whom school was easy, and another person for whom school was much more difficult. And as this project unfolded, we basically did all the work, this friend of mine and I, and didn't really let the other student in to that process. We kind of took over, we pretty much shut her out, and then at the end of the process, we had to do an evaluation of each of the contributions of each of the team members, and we were pretty mean to her. Basically, I feel like her experience of this was probably that we shut her out and then evaluated her as poor in her contribution when we hadn't actually given her a way to contribute. Looking back on this as an adult, I'm pretty embarrassed by it. And I think that we missed an opportunity to find out actually what this other student did have to contribute to our team, to make space for her to come in and to provide whatever it was that her gifts led her to provide. We also missed an opportunity to not take over, which is a thing I was pretty good at in group projects as in school. I was not good at stepping back and following the leadership of others. And all of this is pretty ironic too, because another area of middle school, gym class, I was definitely on the receiving end of that evaluation that had nothing to offer. This was most apparent, of course, in the notorious method of choosing teams where there are two captains and they each pick who they want on their teams. And I was always picked last or near to last because while school came easily to me, sports definitely do not. So, as an adult, looking back on all of this, I wish that I had remembered that feeling of exclusion and being considered not to have anything to offer in the places where I was in my element and chose not to make a space for other people to offer what they had to offer. I hope I'm getting better at that as an adult, but of course it's still a lifelong process of learning. So this week I invite you to reflect on the teams in your own life. Are you the sort of person that steps in to lead? And if so, are you making space for other people to bring their gifts? Are you the sort of person that tends to hold back and wait to be invited? And if so, is there a way you can offer your gifts? Are there ways that we can see each other more deeply and more deeply appreciate the various things we have to bring to group processes and projects and teamwork situations? I invite you to reflect on all of that and to join us this Sunday when we consider the theme of teamwork. Also invite you to join us this Friday at 6:30 in our congregation when we are going to be watching the two movies that are inspiring the Sunday service. So in our sanctuary, we'll be watching Hidden Figures, which is the movie about the African American women who worked at NASA in the 1960s. And in the farmhouse, we'll be watching Inside Out, the Pixar movie about feelings and how they do or don't work together as a team. So I invite you to join us for all of that, and I hope you have a wonderful afternoon. Thanks for watching. Bye.